On Talking Solutions, we want to welcome Paul Shortino of Rating the Rock Vault. It's not very often I get a genuine rock star in on my show.
It's an honor to be here.
Are you still performing?
Oh, yeah. 6 nights a week, Wednesday through Monday, 8 o'clock show.
At the Tropicana?
Yes.
Rating the Rock Vault has been in the Las Vegas area, I want to say 3 years, 4 years?
Correct. 2 years, #1 musical, yeah.
So good.
Yeah, it's a lot of fun.
It's all the songs that we know and love. We know the words to. Love the show.
Well, thank you.
And we are truly honored to have you here. Nancy Boucher is also with us. The event that we're discussing is called Dance Meets Fashion 2016. It's for the NSPCA. What a great cause. Paul, that's why you're involved.
Correct.
You're a total pet person.
Yes.
What is the event? Sunday, May 22nd.
Dance Meets Fashion is a concept I came up with about 5 years ago so that we could involve more of the artistic community in Las Vegas, matching dancers that are local, either in the strip shows or classic dancers, and of course a local charity. We love Las Vegas's very special Nevada SPCA no-kill animal shelter, especially because it's so dear to Paul and Carmen Shortino, and they have become very, very dear friends of ours. This year is our 4th year. It will be at the beautiful IPEC Las Vegas, and that is the International Peace and Education Center, which just opened last August, right at the corner of Bermuda and Sunset near the airport.
It's a beautiful facility. Probably 20-foot marble staircases. And then they have this huge LED sign they'll be posting the animals on. Rating the Rock Vault, singers meet with the Bella Strings, and we're doing acoustic songs with a string quartet for the singers. And special guest Sarah Hester Ross is doing a duet with one of the singers, Andrew Freeman, out of the show.
This sounds like a good time. So there's going to be entertainment. You mentioned dance. The fashion element.
We have 3 international designers. Anne Fontaine of Paris is flying in clothing for us. We have Rock and Karma, 2 sisters that are out of Canada. They have a lot of their beautiful clothing in boutiques, mostly on the East Coast. And Crowns and Skulls is a store here that is bringing those clothes here to Las Vegas. Also, Julian Chang, who is in Florida, and he was on Project Runway a few years ago. So we have models walking these 2 floating staircases in a room that is 5,000 square feet of white marble, 29-foot ceilings. It's going to be great fun.
That's why we're going acoustic, because it is so live sounding. So we're not there to make people feel uncomfortable and they've got to plug their ears or anything. It's just we're picking some really great songs. Robin McCauley is doing Forever Young by Rod Stewart, and I'm doing Bridge Over Troubled Water, leading into Ramble On. Andrew Freeman is doing a song with Sarah called Talk to Me Like Lovers Do.
Oh, I know that one.
Then 25 or 6 to 4, Mark's doing, and then the Bella Strings are going to do an instrumental themselves. That's our musical lineup, and I believe Nancy has a classical pianist that's going to be performing, and another violinist.
Yeah.
The red carpet starts at 2, right?
Yes, it does.
Ends at 6. It's going to be a great event. We're really looking forward to it.
Connie Breeze from Old School 105.7 has stepped up to become the MC, and Connie just walked through the door.
Who wouldn't?
Do you want to get on a mic?
Sure, I'll come over here.
Hi, Nancy. Hi, darling.
Hi, Connie.
Now we have a full house.
First of all, every time I go to the ASPCA, I see Paul Shortino.
I try to get over there as much as I can. Me and my wife are always trying to take food over there.
Your wife is beautiful. You two are always like there. Here's some food. There's an animal that needs help.
Paul Shortino is with us today from Rating the Rock Vault. Also, Connie Breeze, the MC for this Dance Meets Fashion event from Old School 105.7. And Nancy Boucher is joining us. All of us talking about a great event coming up next Sunday, the 22nd. It's from 2 to 6 in the afternoon.
I was so honored when Nancy asked me, would I be a part of it? Because there's glorious rock stars. Paul, aren't I the girl at Rating the Rock Vault that won't shut up and won't sit down in the 4th row? But I've tried to astral project myself on stage, and they're like, you're not in the show, but we love you. There's that. But all of my animals have always been from the ASPCA. I have 2 cats right now that are rescues. And when you go over there and it's a no-kill shelter, I just want to go in that room where they have all the kittens in there together, and you just want to take them all. Yeah. You want to help them all, and every animal deserves to feel safe and loved. And when you rescue an animal, they love you like no other animal.
They certainly do. I went over there and we did a little promo, and I wanted to take home the cats. And then, of course, there was a little puppy that came in that was only like 6 weeks old. I want to take it home,
Yeah.
If I had the space, I would have 17 to 20, 30 dogs and cats.
Rescue animals, the only way to go. Will there be adoptions also going on at the event?
No, there won't be at this event, but we have so many working parts I'd love to tell you about.
Yes, please.
The dance portion will be the fantasy show from the Luxor. The dance captain, Mariah Rivera, and Paul Shortino will be our co-hosts. You will be able to have pictures taken with them, tell them how wonderful they are throughout the entire day. And we have DJ Bombshell, who we had at our last event for the NSPCA. She's going to light up the room at about 3 o'clock. It should be great fun. We have so many amazing local artists that are creating pieces just for this. Domsky Glass gave us an enormous piece. I actually had somebody that had to go pick it up for me because I couldn't lift it. And Carl Young, the sculptor, is almost finished with a piece he's creating just for us. Teresa Maharaj, who is an artist here in town, she is Beauty in the Darkness, and she's really been my sponsorship person. Outside, we have Steve Avalos from BMW Motorcycles. We'll have a display of their beautiful vehicles. He's also bringing in the BMW concept sports car that BMW of Henderson is allowing us to have, the hybrid sports car. And we have something coming from Retrofits and Rat Rods, and most likely a piece from Counting Cars.
Inside and outside. You're going to have so much going on at this great venue.
We also have the Lap of Lux mobile cigar lounge will be set up out front. So cigar smokers, come buy a cigar and help us out.
So you got a lot of different things people can get involved in as part of Dance Meets Fashion.
Nancy's been amazing. She's been like, pay no attention to the girl behind the curtain. She's pulling things from all over the world. Yeah.
Next Sunday, May 22nd from 2 to 6 in the afternoon. Nancy, we always ask as part of Talking Solutions what we can do to help. Buying tickets?
It's only $30 because we want to introduce people to the IPEC Center, allowing us to have this beautiful area.
It's an amazing place.
It's amazing.
It's going to be an acoustic event with the strings and some of the cast and rock vault and the Bella strings, and we'll be auctioning off some rock vault stuff. And
a bunch of silent auction items as well.
Yes.
People don't have to attend the event to make a bid on silent auction items?
They could go to NevadaSPCA.org, look for upcoming events. They can purchase tickets, see the silent auction items, bid and donate. Everything will be digital. That's how I ended up with one of those gorgeous Swarovski skull head crystal canes that Paul carries in the show.
Yes, we're going to auction off one of these.
That is lovely.
And it comes with T-shirts, 2 CDs, and 2 VIP tickets from Rating the Rock Vault.
Wow. Before we're out of here today, I'll make sure, Paul Shortino, that we get a picture of you and that incredible crystal skull cane that you have there. I can put it on the Talking Solutions Facebook page so that people can see how cool that is and they can bid on it and take it home for themselves. The package, in fact, that you're offering, Paul.
2 CDs, 2 VIP tickets, go backstage and meet the cast, and also 2 shirts.
Wow.
Every time I've met somebody involved with Rating the Rock Vault, super nice people.
Yes.
The thing that I see, too, and Paul, I see it in you, your commitment to the community. You've been in Las Vegas now for a few years.
It's 9, yeah.
As a performer 6 nights a week with Rating the Rock Vault at the Tropicana, everybody that I've met connected to the show has a real commitment to Las Vegas. You're Southern Nevadans right there with us.
This is a beautiful town with great people. There's so much great entertainment here, too, and people with big hearts. What better way to help each other, and especially help the animals who don't have a voice. That staff over there, how hard they work to just do good things for the community and animals. It's just great.
Amazing fosters.
I think a lot of people don't even realize fostering, you are giving up your time, your love, your attention for this animal, getting them socialized and ready for that adoption. But the costs, you're covered on that. They'll take care of food and any medical needs for the animal. If you'll just give of your time and become a foster, you'll get a whole lot of love back.
It's just going to cost you some love.
Yes.
So we need help
My
in that
problem
area.
would be I want to keep it.
My fostering lasted 2 hours.
That's your failed foster.
That's right.
That's
I'm a
me.
failure as a foster.
If I'm going to fail at anything, I suppose that's okay.
That's it.
Full house today on Talking Solutions, talking about dance meets fashion. Coming up next Sunday from 2 to 6 in the afternoon, we have Nancy Boucher, Paul Shortino from Raiding the Rock Vault. Also, MC for the day's events, the lovely Connie Breeze from Old School 105.7. Guys, am I missing anything? What else do we need to put out there?
I did want to let people know that we will have a non-alcohol bar. Rob Rosen, owner of Just a Bite Las Vegas, is donating a candy bar. Not a candy bar, but a bar of candy.
Yes.
Probably 8 feet long. That will take care of 400 of our guests. He's also creating hot and cold vegetarian hors d'oeuvres.
It all sounds good to me.
It's Sunday, May 22nd. It's from 2 to 6. This facility is incredible. This
Really
building, it's bright, it's
Elegant.
beautiful, it's elegant. For $30, no matter what you're doing on Sunday, you can come and see world-class entertainment, have hors d'oeuvres. It's an amazing way to spend a Sunday afternoon and help the animals come and have an amazing day. An orchestra, the guys from Raiding the Rock Vault, DJ Bombshell. It's
Bella
just gonna-
Strings.
Yeah.
Not to mention the beautiful fashion that will be there.
Oh,
Their
yes.
clothes.
And speaking of fashion, I have to give a shout out to Carmen Shortino. If it wasn't for her to introduce me to 2 of these designers, we wouldn't have a fashion show. She let me raid the closet and play with the dogs the other day.
Oh, you raided the Carmen Vault.
Yes.
Raiding the Rock Vault, raiding Carmen's clothing vault. Another really important point. Anytime we do any kind of a fundraising event involving animal charities, you want to hang out with the best people you'll ever know.
Yeah.
Right there.
Thank you so much.
Dance Meets Fashion 2016. It sounds like a must-attend event to help the NSPCA.
Absolutely.
Information, nevadaspca.org.
Yes, or go to Dance Meets Fashion on Facebook and Twitter. Absolutely.
Great event, Dance Meets Fashion 2016, next Sunday. I'll also have all the links and the information on our Talking Solutions Facebook page, including a podcast of today's talk. Just want to say thank you to everybody who came in to join us today with all this great information. Nancy Boucher, Mr. Paul Shortino from Raiding the Rock Vault, and MC for the event, our own Connie Breeze from Old School 105.7. Thank you.
Thank you for having us.
Hi, my name is Sunny Shabro, and I'm the founder of the Douglas J. Green Memorial Foundation. We're having a very special event on Memorial Day, May 30th. It's going to be at 10 o'clock, so you'll have plenty of time to have your hot dogs later. It's going to be a care packing event at Temple Sinai on Hill Point in Summerlin, Las Vegas. More information, www.djgmf.org.
Today on Talking Solutions, welcoming back previous guest to our show. Mary Vail is in studio. Also, Joe Vassallo with Paragon Pools. And you're here to talk about this year's Float Like a Duck campaign. Welcome back, Joe.
Thanks, Terry. Pleasure to be back. And thanks for hosting us once again so we can get this important message out.
We are blessed that you've given Beasley Media Group the opportunity to partner and actually be one of the media sponsors of this year's Float Like a Duck campaign.
Yeah, and we really appreciate that because obviously we need all the help we can get, all the partners we can get so that we can get the word out, making sure we keep all these little kids safe.
That's so important. I know all about Float Like a Duck, but some of the people listening to us today don't know. And sometimes when I mention Float Like a Duck, which I do more than you realize, people will say, what is that? What's Float Like a Duck? So some people aren't aware. Can you tell people what it's all about?
Sure. Actually, this was developed by Mary Vail, our publicist, and the origin was to get the message across and educate families about having fun around water environments and being safe at the same time. I can't even believe 13 years have gone by, but we've had a successful program. We partner with the YMCA at Heinrich, which is where our event will be this year again. Mary developed our little Ducky mascot. Ducky makes appearances all over, not just for this one event, but Ducky will make appearances at some of the grammar schools around the city and different events. Kids gravitate toward Duckies, just a cute cute mascot, and even the adults just absolutely love him. It's the cutest thing.
Yeah, it's not just kids. I got a crush on Ducky, I have to admit. When you go to classes and Ducky's there and you're talking about the message that is float like a duck, what exactly do you tell the kids?
We try to explain while you're having fun, and kids just see a puddle of water and they're just going to go run and jump in a puddle of water. But at the same time, we have to make sure that they understand that there's an element of awareness that they have to have. So we try to break it down into what we call the A, B, C, and D's of water safety. A being adult supervision, which is always the most important part of this. Probably none of the other elements work without the adult supervision. B would be barriers, so things like fences work very, very well as well. C is for classes like CPR and things of that nature, and also devices. And devices come in many forms. They could be a life jacket on a boat or something like that. So we go through and we explain each individual one to the kids, and lots of times we'll have props with us and show them what these different things are. And we try to do it in a fun way. We play games. We have firemen and Metro Police, fire and rescue, all kinds of first responders there, and kids love to talk to them. And lots of times they'll bring a fire engine to the event. Kids just crawl over the fire engines and they get little plastic fire hats and stuff. So it's free to anyone who wants to come, and it's just a super event.
You're with Paragon Pools, and you happen to be doing a water safety event. Joe Vassallo is in-house with us today. Also, Mary Vail, as publicist, the two of you together came up with the idea for Float Like a Duck?
Yeah, it was something that we talked about. Like any industry, there's always the safety factor. It doesn't matter if you're in an automobile, on a plane, or wherever. If a new child is born into a home, for example, you're going to start going around picking up all the tables with the sharp corners. You're going to start putting little locks on the cabinets. There's always something that you have to do. In a pool industry, it's no different. And it's very important to us that people continue to have fun. I mean, when people think of a pool, a beach, a lake, it's all fun and games and having a great time. But you still have to be cognizant of the elements around you and respect those elements. So we want to make sure people really understand they have to keep that in mind. There's certain things, especially around a pool, we developed and try to educate the adults that you need to have a designated pool watcher, much like a designated driver. And that person should be designated to keep an eye on all the kids in the pool at all times. They shouldn't have a cell phone with them or even a house phone. If they need a bottle of pop or something, then they need to ask somebody to bring it to them. But their job is solely to keep their eye on the kids, because things can happen very, very quickly. And we want to make sure that doesn't happen. For us in the industry, it's a zero-tolerant issue. One incident is one too many. And as much and as hard as we try, we still have incidences every year. They seem to fluctuate. Some years they go up a little bit, some years they go down, different categories or groups. And the hardest hit is 4-year-olds and under, which is obviously so heartbreaking.
Just absolutely tears at your heart.
I've met several parents over the years who have had to deal with that, and many of them now get involved with different types of water safety programs. It's obviously an extremely important issue, and it's preventable. That's the real part that hurts the most. It is preventable. We just try to do everything we can to keep that message out in front of people. People know it. They're aware of it. I mean, most people, they're going to take action, but it's just something around water. People seem to drop their guard because it's just such a fun place to be. So the more we keep talking about it, the more we get in front of people and keep that in the forefront of their minds, that they need to have that little gadget in the
top
back
of mind
of their
awareness.
head.
Yep.
Exactly.
Pay attention. Everybody loves to have fun, but safe fun is even better.
Yes, absolutely.
And when you have a drowning or near drowning, a lot of times those events are totally silent. If you're not paying attention, it happens and you don't even know. It changes your life forever. We don't want that to happen to anybody.
Absolutely not. And that's the whole point of the program.
Pools and pool safety, Southern Nevada, it's a natural match because we have about 1 of every 4 homes have a pool. We have Lake Mead and a lot of different places. Of course, water safety goes even beyond that. I just saw a public service announcement announcement, the sad story of a mom who had the baby in the bathtub, and the phone rang, and she said, I think that's Daddy. Let me go get it. And gone for that long. So water safety extends even beyond the borders of the pool in the backyard.
Yeah, and because I do what I do get a lot of information, and some are not fun to read, but there are even incidences of somebody mopping a floor with a bucket, and a small child, again, attracted to the water, leans in and falls in upside down into a bucket. It could be something as scary as that. You have to constantly be on guard. Again, adult supervision. That's the key. You need to know where your children are every minute, and I'm sure most parents do, but again, it doesn't take much. A few seconds is all it takes.
That's right.
And tragedy strikes.
It's Float Like a Duck, and we're going into the 13th year. I would imagine it's grown quite a bit.
Yeah, your group, Beasley, has now come on as a partner. This year, we've got some other new partners, members of our industry, Zodiac Pool Equipment. They're a new member. It's grown not only in sponsorship, but in the people. The first year we had maybe 50 to 100 people, and last year I would say we probably had about 400 come to the event. And we're even looking forward to this year expanding that.
The big kickoff event for Float Like a Duck's 2016 13th year campaign is coming up Memorial Day weekend. It's Saturday, May 28th, 12 noon to 4 p.m. Absolutely free event. What a great place to bring out the family, the kids, come out and have fun, safe fun, at the wonderful pool area of the Heinrich YMCA right across from Meadows Mall. This is an event you really need to make a part of your Memorial Day weekend.
Oh, absolutely. Especially have some young children and you know, trying to teach them how to swim. We'll have lifeguards in the pool teaching little ones, even infants, on how to float. I think it was the best part last year. We probably had 15 or 20 little kids in one area of the pool with all the lifeguards, and they were all learning how to float. It's wonderful. It's
how
wonderful
to roll up
see.
On their back and float like a duck. The benefits, their faces out of the water, and they can call for help.
They also can call for help. That's the big thing.
I bet kids enjoy learning that little trick.
Some of the kids, when they first start, are a little apprehensive, but once they get in and get going, now you have to drag them out. They don't want to leave. They're having such a good time.
Joe Vassallo is with us, president of Paragon Pools. Mary Vail, also in-house, publicist for Paragon. As far as Float Like a Duck, the word has spread far and wide about you. I remember last year you got the surprise honor of being named the Kidda Hero of the Week.
I just couldn't believe that, something I never would have even dreamed of. That was just great. It humbled me an awful lot.
The word is getting out on you, obviously.
Yeah, I guess it is.
There have been school kids in other states who have checked into it.
Yeah, we have gotten calls from people all over the country.
Have you gotten some positive feedback?
I have. Very touched about this. I actually get choked up now even thinking about it. At an event, somebody said to me, do you realize how many lives you may have saved because of the program you're doing? And it's something intangible, but I never thought about it that way. I always think about the one or two that got away, and you seem to dwell on that. So that was very positive and uplifting, and actually energized me to be even more aggressive with the program we have.
You mentioned, sadly, the one or two that might have gotten away. That would certainly spur you on to work hard for this 13th year for Float Like a Duck, but also all of the positives that you get from someone who says, you don't even know how many lives you may have saved with this program.
That was very touching. And when we go to the schools, the cutest darn thing is I got a whole bunch of thank you notes from the kids. Their teacher had them write a little thank you, and they wrote in there about how much they love Ducky and could we bring Ducky back, all kinds of little things. And she packaged them all up and sent them to us. And Mary and I just sat there and read them and thought it was the cutest darn thing.
Adorable. Well, Float Like a Duck, certainly we want to educate the parents, and in many cases the grandparents, whoever is the adult who has the responsibility of paying attention to that child, making sure that you ensure their safety. But a lot of the stuff with Float Like a Duck, the campaign, have to do with kids. And I know your coloring book is coming back this year.
That's
twice
right.
as big
That's
as
right.
last year.
And we have a new addition. Miss Terry herself.
Yes. I've never been in a coloring book before, but I'm really looking forward to showing my mom this one.
We've got some great people in the book, represented a lot of sponsors. I have my own grandchildren in there, and Mary's kids are in there, and we get a kick out of that. It's fun for the kids, but it's designed for the parents and the children to sit down and color together. And as you go through the book, each page has a special message that we deliver, that water safety message, like never swim alone, or don't leave toys floating in the pool, or make sure everybody has a life jacket on board a boat. Every page has a message, and it's a fun way to deliver the message, and we think it sinks in with the kids that way, as well as, again, that constant reminder to the adult. Keep cognizant of what's happening around you.
The coloring book, I'm betting that that's going to be at the big kickoff.
Oh, yeah.
At Heinrich YMCA across from Meadows Mall, coming up on Saturday, May 28th, Memorial Day weekend. That is just perfect timing at the pools there. I just know it's going to be a great event. You were saying last year you had how many people?
I think the count was about 400.
I think we can beat that this year.
I think so, too. It really does look like it's shaping up to be some really, really good weather. And it's a great pool. They've got that big giant slide and the tippy buckets for the little kids. The whole area will be lined with first responders who are delivering a message. We teach the little kids how to dial 911 if there's an emergency. It's just so great. You just have to experience it. You need to come out and you need to see it.
And it's free. And it's fun.
Can't beat the price.
Yeah,
right?
Bring the kids out to the pools at the YMCA on the Saturday of Memorial Day
And we're
weekend.
going to have some games. There'll be some prizes as well, and different organizations give out, whether it's sunscreen, bottles of water, little things like that.
A fun day. We keep coming back to the word fun because that's what it's all about.
That's what we're promoting is fun.
Safe fun.
And safety.
I love the program. It's Float Like a Duck. One of the things that you're working to get across to people is the A, B, C's, and D's of drowning.
Let's go through them one more time.
Please.
Again, the A's being the adult supervision. Stress the importance of that. We want to make sure we have a designated pool watcher. Maybe that person does it for 30 minutes and then gets relieved by the next person. So if there's a party or something going on. And by the way, if you are having a party and you're having a lot of children there are things that you can do like hiring lifeguards so that you can take a little pressure off the adults as well and have 1 or 2 lifeguards at the party just to keep an eye on the kids as well. And then we go to B, which are barriers. It could be in the form of an alarm. It could be in the form of a physical fence. There are temporary fences. If you've got a pool now and maybe it preceded when the code changes were out there, you can call a local pool company. They'll come out and look and see what you need to do to bring your pool up to code. Some of the older pools, by the way, the drains, bottom drains, are now considered to be very unsafe. You can have an entrapment issue where a little child may swim down to an old drain that has the little holes in it and they can get their hair tangled up in a drain or something like that. There are new drains out now that can be installed that prevent any type of entrapment issues. So even if they had a chain on, like a little metal or cross or something, those type of things can get entangled in drain covers and such. The new code, which, if your pool is maybe more than 10 years or so, you could possibly have an old drain that wouldn't be susceptible. So it's a good idea to have somebody come out and check it and see if there's anything that needs to be adjusted. Moving on to C are the classes, the CPR classes. I believe the YMCA might have them. Red Cross, I know, has them. Different organizations. It's a good idea to learn, not just for pool safety, but in general. And last but not least, devices. If you're going to have a life jacket or life preserver, make sure it's Coast Guard approved. We don't generally want to rely on those little blow-up swimmy things.
Those little floaties that they put on their
arms. Those can leave a false positive with people thinking that they're safe, but they're not what I would consider to be reliable. So there's a lot to learn. Saturday the 28th is the place to learn them.
Everything's going to be out there at the Heinrich YMCA across from the Meadows Mall. Free. Bring the kids out, the pools, all of the first responders, all of the different booths that you'll have with different vendors and prizes, fun things. And I know the Float Like a Duck cartoon coloring book, I would imagine, is going to be part of that. What a great way to teach safety around the water with Float Like a Duck. There are going to be a lot of people out there for this event at the YMCA on Saturday, May 28th. So, of course, you'll be there, Paragon Pools. Who else is going to be on site?
Besides all the first responders, sponsors. We've got the Southern Nevada Child Drowning Prevention Coalition.
Southern Nevada Health District.
They've been part of this for a very, very long time. Mac Landscaping, Children's Hospital, Pictographics, we want to thank them for their helping us out with all our signage. And Zodiac, they're the people who make automatic covers for swimming pools. We're also going to have
Hearts Alive Village.
Yeah.
I love them.
That's a great group. Also, one of our other sponsors is the UMC Children's Hospital with Coles Care for You. They actually give out life jackets.
For little kids?
To little kids, yeah. That's a great program as well. We're happy to have them.
There's a lot going on. Free. It is Memorial Day weekend, Saturday, May 28th. Heinrich YMCA across the street from Meadows Mall.
We're very proud of our event. Mary's done such a great job developing it over the years.
It's absolutely free. It's from noon to 4 that day and a great event. Chance to come and get in the pools for free and learn about some wonderful safety techniques, and it's all about float like a duck. Can't wait to do it. Hope you can come and join us. Joe Vassallo, president of Paragon Pools, in to talk about now season 13 of Float Like a Duck. Mary Vail also in-house with us. Thank you so much for coming in for Talking Solutions.
Thanks, Terry.
Talking Solutions is a production of the Community Relations Department here at Beasley Media Group Las Vegas. Get more information on today's topic on our Talking Solutions page on Facebook, where you will also find links and a podcast of today's show. Thanks for listening, and have a great week.